4 different views. And so what we can do now is add some images into these different views to be able to help us kind of build our model. And it's going to help us in a couple of ways. One of the ways that it's going to help us is just the fact that, you and I are going to be building this model, and you're going to be going through this process of learning the tools and the techniques. And you don't really want to be too concerned about the exact placement of points and being too focused on trying to match the position and where I'm placing things. And so having these images that we're both working from that are identical will help us kind of eliminate that as a worry. We'll have that image in the background to be able to build from, and you can really focus on the tools that you're learning and the techniques that we're talking about. Okay, it also allows us to get a very similar result at the end. Now, if you don't want to go through and build the exact same thing, you can make changes here and there. That's totally fine, as long as you understand what it is that we're doing and how it sort of applies. Feel free to take it in your own direction, okay? So to add an image to our view, all we're going to do is select the particular view. In this case, we'll go to the right-hand view. And I'm going to come down to Options, Configure, and it's going to come down into the Attributes Manager. And let's go to the back section. We'll go into Image. Let's navigate to the project files, and then you're going to look in Referenced Files, and let's get the side. So that'll bring that into the side. Let's do the same thing here on the front view. So go to Configure and Front. And then there are some things that you can do here with those images. You can increase the transparency, which we'll do. I'm going to take this up to maybe 70%. And we can do the same thing over here. We also might want to move this up. So I can offset this in the Y, so he's just standing right on the grid. And then I'll do the same thing here. And we can also scale it as well. So if we go to Tools, Measure and Construction, you can see that he's 682 centimeters, so he's pretty tall. So we want to take this down by maybe about by half. So let me delete that measure. You can come back in here. And again, we want to go back to Configure. And I'll just take this down to 400. Do this same thing here. And then I can take that offset down because now you can see that it's a little bit smaller. So I'll take that down to about 172. And then we can kind of measure that again if we want to. So that is a little bit, he's still pretty tall, but that's okay. He's within the ballpark. So let me go ahead and actually, let's delete that. And now that we have our reference images in, well, you can see we'll have the ability to, when we build, match up the position of the different parts of the model. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin building by blocking in